imagery, what I want you to understand is your identity in your relationship with Jesus. This goes back to with Moses and Miriam and Aaron, when Miriam and Aaron were like, well, why not us? Why not this? We hear from God. We do this. But you see, Moses was very humble and meek. There's a certain level of transparency and vulnerability that follows that positioning and posture in relationship with Christ that he absolutely loves. Like, that is going back to that Songs of Solomon correlation, where he'll come and he'll intimately cover and clothe and do different things so that you don't ever lose that meekness, that sweetness, that humility. He gets to enjoy the fruits of that, right? The aspects of who you are. And this is what he also does in our sanctification process. And so when they felt that way towards Moses, that was kind of like them barging in on something intimate they don't even know that the Father and him have been doing, right? And so God got angry and gave them a disease that would never be cured if not Moses interceded for them. And so what I want you to understand with this imagery is this: when you have graduated into intimacy with the Lord and you know who you are to the Father and you know how the Father loves you and you're in active conversation with him outside of spiritual gifts, just work with me here, right? It's just the Bible in you and the Lord in you, the revelations, the ways he has shown himself strong and mighty and attentive to your brokenhearted seasons, to your healing, to your dedication of purging and all these things, right? The more that you are intimately woven with the Father, the more that you know how he even doesn't play with you, even if you don't know it's something going on. And so you have to know that when you're in intimacy with the Lord, you have to really work on boundaries with other people. You have to pull away from relationships, even counterfeit friendships, because you know God doesn't play with you, because you know how he feels, because you're in constant abiding with him. And so you have that maturity in being a peacemaker to recognize, well, you may unintentionally be barging in here while I'm in here, and you may have nothing wrong with that, but I'm going to have to put a boundary with you, because it could come out of it could go out of whack and end up, when my spouse comes back, triggering them in a way of, the scripture he's given me is when he talked about don't be an offense to other people, because it's like a stumbling block. And that's something that Jesus, y'all read that scripture.